Hi, I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 24, Volume 4. God, we're almost halfway through. Anyway, this week I picked up a couple of the ones. This is actually from a pickup that I got recently. Somebody sent me a message on Facebook, and I said, yes, please, I'd like to take these. So, they're nice. The thing I like about these is somebody's actually got the trouble of printing out, probably on the Spectrum, funnily enough, what they are, and then obviously putting the tapes in. So we've got soft copy here, with the soft copy one underneath, which is awesome because it looks absolutely fantastic. Look at that. Look at that, says twisting his arm round. And then the printout from the ZX Spectrum printer on silvery paper of what we actually have. So what we've got here is, on this one, we've got Pyramid, because I fancy to shoot them up today, and Johnny Rebel, which I've never played before, so that's actually a new one for me. I think this is a turn-based strategy thing. I got it recently, not even looked at it, so yeah, that was a new one for me. And it says here some A to Z Fred. Oh, maybe it's the way it code to get past the Z. I don't know. Anyway, so there's that one, and then there's the Orb and Transylvanian Tower. I can't remember either of these, so I'm going to give those a go. This is a somebody's like that, W. Smith's cassette. Load code, Transylvanian Tower, a whole load of bits and pieces written on the inside of there. So that one as well. But I want to show you a couple others that turned up as well, and I think we should try it, just because this one, I didn't think there was a Warhammer 40k game. Did you? Yeah, exactly. So let's try that for fun, because God knows what that actually is. Let's give that a go as well while we're at it. And then this one, I love the colour of it. Look at this! Wow! I love a bit of fluorescent, and it's really fluorescent, but I love the fact it's also organ record. And I've got to play a bit, because you know I like the ghosts from the past. This is one of those ghosts from the past. So let's give it a quick play. It's obviously from some lesson of some sort. Let me go for it.
This is the accompaniment to Merrily We Roll Along on page 10.
On page 10?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How boring is that, though?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
To be honest, when it said the word organ, I was thinking of something else completely. But that's just my mind. Anyway, just to do something nice, because I have pickups this week, I might as well show you what I picked up this week, which arrived this week. I have Warlords, which I believe is a strategy game. Never played it before. Single cassette. Warlords. Yeah, Warlord, should I say. I've got that one. Picked that up. Wasn't massively expensive. I had to get this one because I've got all of those from that one, so I really need Fireman Sam, and we're going to have a discussion about Fireman Sam during the usual video, I think, because, let's be honest, Fireman Sam needs a discussion about. Next one, again, another great British thing. We've got Danger Mouse in Double Trouble. Nice Creative Sparks double cassette thing. Something about 32k's worth of DMOS memory. Oh no, it's also something to do with the game anyway. But yeah, like that one. So I loved a bit of Danger Mouse. I think he asked Ray recently, didn't he? One of the writers of it. It's like 91 or something. Shockwave Rider by FTL. I've played this before. I'm sure it's turned up on What's on the Tape. But anyway, I hadn't got the big version of it, so I got that. Also, I hadn't got this. Surprisingly, I've got the Hit Squad version, but I haven't got the other version. So I picked up the full version of Short Circuit, a game which I might have played more back in the day. Not one of my favourites nowadays. And lastly, based on the TV series, sort of hit various things, weird movie. We've got Max Headroom. And I don't think anybody remembers Max Headroom very much, but he was kind of AI when there wasn't AI, but he was a man, but he was like a rubber-faced man, and it's like very weird, sort of futuristic thing. There's some stuff going on down there, but yeah, it's pretty good. But I got all of those the other day, so those are my basically my little pickups that I got recently. So I don't know if there's any of those that you've got yourself, but yeah, Fireman Sam was definitely a one that's going to go on the collection. But anyway, I tell you what, we might just start with. We might just start by putting this into a tape drive to see what it is, because it's going to be something of nothing, so let's see what it is. Okay, the tape is in the drive, so let's go down to our favourite, which is basic, and load it. So basic, load it, and enter. Right, okay, this is Warhammer 40k. I don't remember a Warhammer 40k on the Spectrum. Do you remember a Warhammer 40k on the Spectrum? It's definitely Spectrum Noises, unless this is somebody's own attempt at creating some kind of Warhammer game. I have no idea what we're going to get here. 40. This is weird. Okay. Oh my god, this could genuinely be somebody's attempt at creating a Warhammer 40k game? Has it finally really... Well, it did happen once on What's on Tape before. We found a Missing in Action Pac-Man game, which God knows what I did with, unfortunately. If this really is something that should be released, then I will release it. I will take a WAV and make it into a tape file so people can do something with it. I'm going to be utterly amazed if it is. I'll be pleased if it loads. This is amazing. We like stuff like this. So the reason why Warhammer 40k is kind of in my head at the moment is, of course, the imminent launch of Focus's... I would like to say AAA, but Focus has never been what I would call a AAA developer. They're kind of a B grade at best most of the time. However, I would suggest that their Space Marine 2, which is coming out, the following follow-on from the original Space Marine game, following the Commander Titus, is a AAA title from the looks of it. Thus far, all of the early access reviews I've seen of it suggest that this thing is a beast of a game. It looks good, it seems to play good, and it's just... It always confuses me that, considering we're living in a day and age where garbage games get dumped like they should, realistically. I mean, you got to feel sorry for things like Sony investing in Firewalk and then Concord, which was their hero shooter, a bit like that of Overwatch, died a death, literally in my terms, yesterday, the 6th of September 2024. It died a death. They've killed it. I suspect they'll rework it into a looter into a shooter like similar to that of Overwatch. Will the damage have been done? Yes. Will the invasive nature of pandering to the minority affect the game? The minority, by the way, who don't buy the game. If the minority bought the game, then it wouldn't be pandering to them. Does that make sense? So pandering to the minorities rather than actually those who wish to play the game, those your target audience. Do you remember I don't know if you remember the ethos of Mastertronic back in the day. The Mastertronic were poo-pooed when they first came out. They were much maligned for bringing out games that were $1.99 in cost, because nobody would want to buy $1.99 games because the quality wouldn't be there, which is absolutely untrue. Because what they were doing is they'd done their market research and they realised that teenage boys, or cheap boys, sort of, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, maybe even, had $1.99 or £2 as their pocket money on an average week. If you could tap into that and sell them something, a computer game, for £1.99, you could take their pocket money away. And that's also why the $3.99, $2.99 range appeared later on as well, because they realised they could save up for another week for a slightly better game, a slightly more expensive game. And the strategy was flawed, but at the same time it was brilliant. Right, I am going to do list here. That's let, because I want to see if there's anybody's name in the top of it. There isn't. Please enter. Please press the caps lock, yep. And key to begin the game. Passphrase, input D. So HA, I can see what the code is here by the HAW. HAW. Welcome to Warhammer 40k. I could probably skip to that, actually. So instead of doing... I'm going to run it from line 200, because I think we can skip that. So if I press break, run 200. Okay. Okay, well, welcome. Combat equipment, the Age of the Imperium, the Advanced Gamer Summary. Should we type combat here? I need to put caps lock on, by the way. It did say that, didn't it, earlier? Caps lock. Combat. The field of battle, the troop characteristics. I think this is a manual for playing the game. Somebody's written... I can't spell, by the way. I should spell vehicles there. And vehicles. Can't spell vehicles. My brain has absolutely gone to mush. Hickles. There's nothing there. Main menu. I've got M. Do I press the buttons on them to quit them to H for hand maybe? Hills, commonly useful for woods. It's instructions for World of Warcraft, not World of Warcraft, for Warhammer 40k. Not sure what one it is, what version of it is. So run it from the beginning, because I can put the caps lock on, that's not a problem. Oh, it's clear with Spectrum. Ah! Didn't mean to do that. Wow. Okay, I didn't expect that. Is there any value in it, people? Is it worth saving? Do we save somebody's program? Somebody's ZX Spectrum program there that was that one's right. Okay, I might just save it. We might save it. What I might do is I might just turn it to the WAV format if I can and put it as a tape. We will do something with that. All right, and I'll find some way of posting it on my thing. So if you want to have a little look at it, you can yourself. Wow, a lot of effort involved in that. Just rewinding it now. We'll put that to one side straight away. We'll put that to one side and we'll do something with it. I'll put it somewhere I'll remember as well, so it's stuck out. Right, okay, now let's go with this. Let's go with the, I think it's the orb first before Transylvania Tower. It's wrong side of the tape, but it'll do. The orb. What's it? Load the orb. Load it dip. Load it dip. That's kind of cool. Yeah. So back to the Space Marine 2. It's looking very good. My only joy with that thing about the is the Focus Art AAA company. I'm hoping they're not going to attempt to become a AAA company as part of this. I hope they continue to do what they've been doing, which is some projects hit and miss, but of course it doesn't bankrupt the company. You keep paying your workforce and so on and so forth. So I'm hoping that they continue with the work that they've been doing and don't forget that it's about the fun of the game, which is definitely what the case is with something like especially Space Marine 1. I tell you what I did like. There are some great games out there, by the way, on the Warhammer 40k range. There's a lot of good games out there, modern day ones that is, and some older ones. You've got the Space Hulk one. You've got the Space Hulk Tactics, which is the variation, the update on that. Not many people like that, but I did. I think it was a good update and a good looking update at that. You've got Chaos Gate, which is the one where you get to play the Grey Marines. I can't remember the names, so please don't hurt me, because I'm honestly I haven't spent enough time in the 40k universe to know all of the ins and outs of it. But there's those grey sort of psychic ones. It's a turn-based one. Absolutely fantastic. You fight chaos in that. There's the ones where you fight in space and the gigantic spaceships. Can't remember what it's called. Marder or something similar, I think it is. You've got Space Wolves. Now, I know they're not very popular with most people because, of course, the Vikings in space, and everybody's like, well, we've already got Space Marines. Why do we need Vikings in space? But they are Vikings in space with a similar sort of styling. Oh, my Star Wars figures just fell off. There was this massive sort of jump on from in my room, and I was like, "What the hell's happening?" Load it again. Let's do the orb again from this. So yeah, you've got Space Wolves. Princess Leia has just dived off in her bounty hunter outfit. You remember the one from the the Return of the Jedi? She's dived off on a bounty hunter outfit next to her Imperial Guard for the Emperor himself. I don't know why they just dived off. I've been threatening to do for a couple of days, I think, is the answer to that. So hang on a second, I'm going to pick him up and put him back for a second. Just going over here. I know why. I know what happened there. I've got some micro machines. Micro Machines made Star Wars things as well, which included the B bomb, the B wing, and it has a Millennium Falcon in it, but they're minuscule, and it's fell forward and it's knocked off the two figures there. That's a bit of a shame, but they fell over. I do like a Millennium Falcon though. I've got a Millennium Falcon. I've got a TIE Fighter out. I do like those things. I do like a bit of Star Wars. Sorry, anybody who doesn't like Star Wars, but I do like a bit of Star Wars. But yes, so 40k universe, lots and lots of games. Bolt Gun, what they call a boomer shooter, which I really find objectionable because I would suggest that they weren't boomer shooters when Doom and Wolfenstein 3D, the original games that kind of sparked all of this growth into those shooters of that genre. I was Gen X. It's not boomers. We were Gen X when we were doing that. It wasn't boomers who were in their computer science lab like me, putting on Doom on all the machines so we could run it over IPX. No, it was not. It was me. So yeah, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't them. It wasn't. But yeah, not a boomer shooter. I hate that terminology. It's absolutely crap. Take it back. Gen X, much cooler. That tape sounded terrible there. Did you hear it? It went. Woo. So I'm gonna have a look at the tape. Yeah, don't know. No idea. Right. Okay. Let's get the old savior to the party in here. Let's get the PlayZX on the case here. Let's pop that there. Let's get this in here. Let's see if we can find the orbs. The orb. We'll pop that in there. We'll get that in there. We'll go pop all those things together. The orb. Right. PlayZX. Most used app. Well, close to. Search. The orb. So is it under orb? Orb. No, the orb. What was the orb then? I'm pushing buttons here by mistake. Oh. No orb. That's really annoying. What was the orb? No, not loading that. Okay, quick scroll. What we got? Scroll in the thus. Let's zip and then. There must be something good here. The Evil Dead. More than that, and the thus. Must be an O. Come on, search for that. Oracle, the open. Omega Zone. The official Oracle's Cave. Oh, that's really annoying, that. I'll tell you what, we'll leave that to the end, and we'll see whether or not we can get the other side to load. And then I'll see if I can find something. Otherwise, I'm gonna play something else. You know, we've got plenty of other games. That's really annoying. I used to like to find a game that I can play. It's got really near the end of the tape. I'm wondering if it just ran out of tape. Might have just run out of tape, you know. It's a big load. Load code for this next one. We'll give this one a try. The orb. I feel like I've got this one handy as well, which is even worse. feel like we've got. So thus far we've had Warhammer 40k. We're rewinding the Transylvanian Towers. I thought there'd be less tape to rewind. A lot of tape to rewind. I think I started rewinding the orb by mistake there. There was also Space Hulk on the on the things like the Saturn and the PlayStation 1. There's Deathwing, I think it's called. That's really cheap at the moment, by the way. If you fancy that on Steam, that's pretty good as well. That's a good looking game. I've got that one. Oh, that sounds terrible. Can you hear that? That ain't gonna happen either. I think this tape's looking a bit shoddy for the amount of effort that somebody's done on it. It's looking a bit worse for wear. This is not good. It's not good. Employ panic mode on what's on the tape. Panic mode engaged. Panic mode engaged. Things aren't loading. It's no, I don't want to exit the app. What's it called? Transylvania Tower, isn't it? Let's try Transylvania Tower. This has to be here. Transylvania Tower. Come on. Transylvania Tower by Richard Shepherd. We have it on here. Probably need to do load code though. Let's see what happens. Yep. Stop. Right, okay, stop that. Break. Load, dit. Code. Boom. Hit the button. I'm going for it. Right, this is Transylvanian Towers. Looks like an interesting one called Balloon Hopper. Acro... Transporti Aero. I'm guessing that's the Spanish name for it. Something like that. Yeah, so the 40k universe. Do you know what I like watching? I'm so sad. I like watching them play the tabletop game. I don't want to get into it. I feel like it may be like crack cocaine. I think once you get into it, you kind of can't get out of it. So it's like there's all this painting stuff that's involved, and putting your models together, and then finding people to play with, and then playing games with them for days and days and days, locked in a basement somewhere, while drinking energy drinks and ensuring that you win the game with your Space Marines or whatever else is. I have a feeling that that it's just the kind of thing that I would personally be sort of quite addicted to. And I've got enough addictions as it is at the moment. I've got Spectrum games, Switch games. I'm absolutely loving the Switch games. If you didn't see the Oregon Trail, I put that on yesterday. But since then, I've probably bought 7 Switch games. I buy them when they're cheap. I don't buy expensive games, and I try to avoid Nintendo first party ones. Not that there's anything wrong with them, it's just they're blooming expensive, so I tend to avoid those as well. I've got got into card games as well recently, so I've been collecting card games, small card games, little boxes, but they're all starting to gather up now. I picked up a game called Debatable and Cadaver, which is where you're a necromancer and put things together. I found the Minecraft game. I found one called General, which is a great big card game with very poor rating, but it's still a card game, and I've been collecting them, as I say. I've been collecting all kinds of stuff. I need to stop. I need to find help. It's not true. I don't need any help at all. I really love it. No help for me. Oh, yes. But anyway, Warcraft, so that's looking quite good at the moment, to be honest with you, unlike Concord, which is now shut down. Can you imagine that, though? Building a game and not really understanding your target audience. say, Mastertronics were the masters of that. Eventually, other people picked up on the same thing. Codemasters were exactly the same with their model. Mastertronic beat them to the market, but Codemasters stuck with that formula for a very long time. And then they do occasional expensive games. Same with Mastertronic. Mastertronic, obviously, didn't they own Melbourne House by the end? I think they did, didn't they? They bought them up, but it was a bit of a mistake. It was a bit too little, too late by then. But yeah, because they kind of killed themselves as well, Mastertronic, with the was it the music market they were trying to break into, sort of CDs and tapes and things like that, but they couldn't really do it. It wasn't it wasn't such a clear greenfield market as gaming was, which has obviously lived beautifully for. Oh, this looks good. I've not played this before. I like the look of the. I like the bat flying around. It looks like a bit like a jumbo jet though, sort of flying towards you up at an angle. Tower Transylvania. Press any key. You've never played this one before. Your quest is to reach the top of the tower, kill Count Creepy Pie, and raid his secret treasure trove. It sounds like I may be finding in his secret treasure trove some adult adult thingies. Yes, it might be some naughty stuff in there, but it sounds like because creepy. He's not a Dracula. He's a creepy. He's been taking photos through windows we shouldn't have done with his Polaroid camera. Anyway, however, you must find your way through the 500 rooms. 500 rooms? Watch out for bats. You have a gun to kill the bats, and you have only 10 bullets. There's 500 rooms, 10 bullets. Math isn't working out here. You want to find an object to help you. There's can only hold a maximum of 3 of these. Right, okay. Press the key. Continue. When you move to room, use the cursor keys to move in the appropriate direction. Press 6 turns you around 90 degrees so you can retrace your steps. You can obtain a floor plan of the dungeon by pressing H. Press any key to have a quick look. Press any key to have a quick look at Count Creepy. Okay, I'm looking. Oh, there he is. Pretty horrible. No? It's not that horrible. It's not been drinking blood though, because that was drooly stuff. Oh, hang on. Your first level of the tower. There are no bats. The objectives you see. Floor plan. Press H anytime. Okay. Press S. You may save at any time with S. Right. However, when the game must have been running for 30 minutes and you have saved a copy only to be used to finish that game. Right, okay. Right. H. What's going on? Oh, is it loading? Is Count Creepy loading himself? He's loading himself into memory, I think. I think this is us getting our floor plan generated randomly. It's taking a little while. Yep, it's very exciting, isn't it? Brace yourselves. Welcome to the 80s. Okay, is there anything else I need to press? I'm pressing buttons now, I'm bored. I'm being transported to the tower now. Okay, fine. I'm looking forward to being transported to the tower. Transport me to the tower! There's no loading on this. It's just I guess it's memory stuff. 500 rooms is a lot of rooms, you know. That's very impressive. You bored yet? Because I am. Come on! How many rooms do we have to load? Oh, it stopped. Oh, there we are. Ha ha. Ah, right. Forward. Let's turn around, innit? I don't know which way we're going. Can you... Hang on, what's that? Fire. This is thrilling, to say the least. Yep. Yeah, this is good. This is good. You wait all this time for this. I'm not sure what direction I'm going here. It's pretty Don't think so. Let's move on to something else. Let's move on to the pyramid. I think we'll leave the let's just leave Count Creepy with his creepies. He can keep his whatever nasty things he's got in his treasure chest upstairs. Don't want it. Don't want his treasure chest. Yeah. Don't want his 1970s copies of Razzle. Keep them. Why couldn't he be normal like any other creepy and put them in the bushes near the railway sidings? Huh? Love this game. Love this game. Oh, I was a little slow there with its thing. Let's do that. Bob Hamilton. Bob Hamilton and the Pyramid. Bob Hamilton. This is a game with the weirdest story attached to it. Apparently, this is the only game left in the world. By the time this appears, and everybody plays the same game, and it's really, it's got the most surreal story to it. It's like it's a Yellow Submarine of stories. I think Bob was high when he made it, but it's so good. It's such a clever game. And you play the little main character. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but you play him in this little shooting thing where he's got his machine gun, and he shoots aliens to open doors to get to the bottom of the pyramid. And if you get to the bottom of the pyramid, you win. That's it. It's not hard. Dead simple. Oh, I've got coffee. I hope you've got coffee too, or some kind of beverage. Oh, we've got something good. Have you had a good week? You've been busy? Have been up to anything good? Have you done anything good this week? A busy week for me. Busy week. Always a busy week. Too busy probably for my own good. So yeah. Yeah, it's been fine. Yeah, ultimately, but very busy. But it's nice to settle down with a specky game and have a play. And even if you're not playing a specky game, you can listen to me playing a specky game, or you can watch me playing a specky game, or you could load a specky game while listening to me playing a specky game. There are so many opportunities here to enjoy this. You're on the you're on the train somewhere. You can listen to me, prattling on. I don't think you're allowed to listen to me on a plane, though, are you? We still have to do that deal with Netflix or Amazon. Maybe with Disney in the future. I'll be a Disney. What is it? A Disney shill. That's what it is, isn't it? Tell everybody how much I love Disney. Get the mouse tattoo. Oh yes, get the mouse tattoo. Apparently they've ditched all TV series now. They've had enough. They're just going to make movies because they've been so successful with those as well. Yes, it's been another one of those things. Honestly, I just don't. I can't understand it. Why would you build products that you can't sell to your target audience? Honestly, it's like suicide, isn't it? It's mental, isn't it? The whole idea that you literally cannot sell your product to your target audience because somebody else says you can't, but your target audience is who you're selling it to. Well, how does that even happen? How does that happen? I always thought Bob Hamilton, by the way, was still making games. I don't think he is. I actually thought that was a bit of a misnomer. I thought he made some more games, but he hasn't. Right, okay. I press P to play, and there's my man, and I see his little machine gun. And what I've got to do is I have to collect diamonds when they drop down to drop on doors, pink ones only require 1 diamond to do it, but I have to shoot so many aliens to get one of these things. So there's a little egg counter at the bottom there. I got 1A, and then I've got to pick up diamond when it's the right level, which is there. Then I insert it in there, and I can go through. So I have, like, that's me going through the first one. So we've got A for aliens, the number I need to shoot before I can get a diamond. I've got P for my power, which is my damage to myself. Then we've got the score, which goes downwards, and then the level we're on at the moment. So the aim of the game is to speed run effectively. Come on. So, oh damn, green. Yeah, the aliens obviously destroy them. Green is 2 drops of diamonds to get through. I think cyan is. Cyan is 3 drops of alien diamond goodness. There we go. There we go, and we're through to the next level. Cool. I love this game. It's really simple. It's a lot of fun. And it's random creatures. It's on the Commodore 64 as well. Plays quite nicely on there. I think I prefer the specky version though. I think Commodore 64 gets music. I think, if I remember rightly. No. And it can die when it's yellow. White, you can't touch it. Dies when it's yellow. Has to be blue. No. Oh no. Green fastest. We're doing it. My engine's nearly run out. I used to love playing this game back in the day. Just could go on it for ages and ages and ages. This is one of these kind of arcade games. I always say this about Spectrum games, the specific arcade ones. These are the ones. These are the sort of the ones that look really striking and really fast and really enjoyable and good game to play with friends and whoever else. Oh, it's got my bloody thing again. These look like what's it called? Jelly tots to me, but with little whizzy bottom bits. It's like jelly tops on spinning plates. That's it. Let's go. I'm through. I've only got 56 energy left. I don't know if that follows through to the next level. No, I've got 100 now. Yeah, it depends on the patterns of these. Depends on how badly you do. Got to kill more and more of them as well. It's horrendous. Really like playing this. Simple enough game, just with a nice sort of format. Love it. Both doors, of course, now. Damn you. Look at me try to manage it here so that I've only got them coming from a certain angle. That would work for me. That's dark green now. Love it. Wow. Keys up, fingers all over the keyboard, going crazy with my my roach. Perfect. We're almost there. I'm just using this to control the got it. We got it. We're through. Yes. Oh wow, I'm doing really well. See, there's a key code to get as well to get further through the level as you do it. Oh. We've got flying bug type Pac-Man facey things. Some are very fast moving, some not so. Let's try and leave them over there. Sometimes my firepower is so big. I assume yellow isn't a good one. No, yellow's not good. Yellow's the next one on from cyan. Okay, here we go. Boom. Yes, we're doing quite nicely. Better than I thought I would do. I've got it. And I got it. Oh. Oh. Oh no! Oh no! After all that, I got... Oh. I lost my rhythm there. Got clobbered. So concentrating as well on it. I was really concentrating. Here we go. Go. Yes. Through. 28 energy left. Bad stuff. No. Like ghosts, but not, but without the sort of frilly skirts. It's like they've got to show them off the legs for a change. Oh God, died. Oh, didn't die. Got hit by one of those. I got it. Oh, didn't get it. Die. Oh no. Ah. Died. Idiot. Crashed into it. Oh, can't believe it. There's my score, though. You can enter your high score. Wasn't there a competition to enter your high scores as well? I'm sure there was, actually. Okay, what we got on the other side? Johnny Rebel is apparently on this other side here. Sort of Confederate Civil War, US Civil War type of thing. This is when history was part of computer games. Do you remember that? It was when Call of Duty was originally, of course, a World War II game. Until recently, when it's become Battle of the Rappers, I believe. Oh, and they all became one standard format. And you see, the fact that you can name the genres is kind of a bit sad, isn't it? You know, do not stop the tape yet. Right. Do not stop the tape yet. But it's going to load past it. What is it doing? Is this some kind of elaborate copy thing? Because I've stopped the tape, I probably won't be able to load it. Johnny Rebel. I guess that's a cannon, by the way, because it'll be... Do. Look away, Dixie, isn't it? Right. Probably not meant to have done that, but... There we go, Johnny Rebel. Right, anyway, so what was I saying? I can't even remember what I was saying. I was speaking about something rubbish as usual, some absolute tosh that I thought of. That when I listen to the beginning of that, I think of the Dukes of Hazzard with the General Lee. That's what the name of the car was, wasn't it? Johnny Rebel. I'm not sure what this is going to be. And one of the ones that I used to like, do you remember the North and South? I used to love that game. I thought it was brilliant, that game, back in the day. That was Infogram, wasn't it? North and South. Played it on the Amiga quite a lot. What I liked was the combat tactics on that. There was something quite clever about being involved in it. So you'd have the battlefields themselves where you'd be able to control the cavalry, the troops that walked with the rifles, the cannons. I can't remember what else there was on there. I think that was it, wasn't it, basically? Or you were robbing trains, and there was stuff to do there, and there was attacking bases, and you had to run through those and get bits and pieces. I kind of like the multi-game atmosphere of the whole thing, or the build of the thing. A multi-game, multi-level, strategically sort of different type of thing. I kind of like those. I don't know about you, but I did. It was one of those things that I kind of grabbed me as something interesting. So I like those. Do you have any favourite multi sort of level things? I mean, we can have things like Combat School. Combat School was a multi-level sort of game. If you think about it, the way it worked. I'm trying to think of some more that were there. There's a lot of There was a lot of mini games within the whole thing. Out of interest, though, if you're interested, I've got a game that I would recommend at the moment. It's one of these games that's very hard to describe and try not to damage the story, because it's got a story. The story, I suspect, is relatively straightforward and quite quick to finish, but I would highly recommend it. It's called Thank Goodness You're Here, and I would say that it's one of my favourite little games. It's a lovely little romp. The simple explanation is it's a town up north called Barnsworth. And it's a very northern game with a very northern attitude and very northern English speaking. It's been all cartoonized. It looks fantastic. If you remember the little bit at the top corner of the screen, remember when the adverts used to come up with the kids when you were a kid? Top corner of the screen was that little whirling white and black block at the top corner of the screen that used to appear. Do you remember that? Well, that's the save in this, because it's that kind of game. It's that kind of humour. It's that kind of joke. You play a travelling salesman who needs to have a meeting with the mayor of Barnsworth to obviously sell him something. And then you increasingly have to have various exploits and adventures with the locals. So if you want a bit of humour, have a little look at it. I would recommend it. I bought it on Steam, but it's available on the Switch and PlayStation 5 and obviously the Xbox, so you can do that. So we'll play the Union, not the Confederation. Confederates, Union. The computer is the Union. Oh, the player is the Union and the computer is Confederate. Time limit, I don't know, 15 minutes. Please enter. Do you want time limit? No. Yeah. Yes. Yes. How long in game turns? 20? Limited to 20 game turns. Right, okay. I don't know how easy this is going to be able to play this without instructions. It looks like there's numbers down the side. This is my locations, I'm guessing, on the map. So there's the river through the middle of it. Whoever is on the side between 0 and 15 and 0 and 19 probably has more space to play with. How many infantry units? Player 1, minimum 1. 5. 2. How much artillery? 1. Are you happy with this? Yes. Union are black men. Right, okay. Do you want my troops the same? Yes. Okay. So there's my infantry. It's about the same number of things on the screen. Your move, maximum 3. 3. Player 1 move, maximum 3. 1. What am I moving? Am I typing the number? Oh, I broke it. I broke it, peoples. It's all in basic. I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. A lot of those games back in the day were written in basic. Do you know what? That does have, if we had a manual, I think that has legs, that one. I think that has legs as a little bit of a strategy. I think I like the look of that one. Right, okay, I owe you one more game, alright? Let's see what I've got. Let's have a little look and see what I can grab. Hang on a second. I owe you one more. One more. Where are we? I'm going to do this as a separate video shortly. I'll probably do the separate video shortly, but I want to play it because I really enjoyed it, and it was a good it became a better arcade game than I thought. So I think it was last week or the week before I showed you Beatlemania. It was a cover of a game, and the beetle is basically a great big sort of beetle protecting some eggs, and it's a really nicely done, huge sort of red eyes, green beetle. Looks fantastic. Now, I decided to load this as part of a sort of. I've done a few videos for the future. I always do. I do sort of a little batch and run of videos to put on sort of on the Saturday. You know, so you've got a little retro on a Saturday. And I put this in, and I loaded this, and I was actually quite enamoured by it. So I'm going to show it to you now, because this isn't a bad game at all. This is a very simple game, and I often say this about things. The simple ones are sometimes the best. You know, they are quite intuitive, quite interesting, quite sort of different in what they are. So this one is an arcade game that could be an arcade game for real in the arcade. It just plays really, really nicely. Well, once we get into it, I'll show you what I mean. But it plays really nicely. I think that if you haven't got this in your collection, you probably ought to have this copy of this, because it's one of those games that I didn't know I needed until I saw how it played, because it actually plays really nicely, and it's just simple, and simple's really sometimes the best. But of course, you can always fire up the old emulator and get this, and sort of loading off that, and you know, load the whole thing up, stick the emulator on, go for it, and try it that way as well. But as I say, it's a fantastic thing, and this is of course probably where you come into your there we go. Where you come into your the Spectrum as it comes out, and your Omnis and other things. This is that kind of thing. Div MMC it or something like that. One or two, anything. Fuse it. You know, try it. It's good fun. Right, I'm going to drink my coffee for a second. Stephen Hughes. Right. So it looks very, very simplistic. Yeah, it is. 100% agree with that. You've basically got to steal the eggs, the beetle's eggs, to open locks and then escape them. Escape the maze. The maze is very much Pac-Man. The creatures are trundle round trying to chase you. You have to sort of avoid them and your little man, and then they lay eggs, and then you have to sort of avoid them for a little bit while you go down and get their egg to put it into a lock. So you then pick it up, like I've just done there. I've got the egg in my hand. Can you see the egg in my hand? And we open the lock. Boom! There we go. We've got our first egg. It's lovely. It's gentle. It's easy going. It's that single screen Spectrum experience that I often say it runs so well with the Spectrum. And I would say that this is it's because it's so simple and works so well. It's just good. So we get 4 eggs and you open the next level. It's as simple as that. And I get this one. Oh, and I've got zapped. I've got the egg in my hand though. And there's the exit at the top of the screen, so I just have to make it to the exit. There we go, quickly. And we exit to our next maze. And off we go. Brilliant. But the maze is just, look at this. It's reforming walls. That's clever. So it makes the maze more difficult because it's hard. It's easier to get trapped basically within locations. They don't really home in on you, by the way. The creatures they seem to follow patterns that's sort of your direction. They kind of take a little interest sometimes, but not all the time. You think they'd be more interested once at the eggs, but not really. The only thing I think I would say I would like to see is more eggs, or them lay faster, so that you could have maybe 2 or 3 eggs on the screen at the same time that you're looking for. And we get this one, plonk it in there, brilliant, and then the exit's up there. It's not always up there, by the way. It just so happens that that's where it's decided today. And then it literally seals off more of the maze, making it harder. A simplistic move to make the game a little bit harder. You've now got harder to get or avoid our beetly friends. And there's still the one in there. Let's have a little look. I've got extra life there, I think. to go into here. You really don't want to be trapped in some of these areas now. It wants you to be trapped in these areas, but you really don't want to be trapped in these areas now. Okay. Yeah, they're now very much sealed in, some of these. Going round here and in. Doors at the bottom now. There we go. Door, door, door. And we've now got new creatures in the maze that sort of roam around going faster. Yeah, you can stay there. Roughly where I am, but not quite on me. Okay. Oh, got me. Let's get this lock here. Yeah, you can see why I got quite addicted to it. It's quite simple. Simple is good. It's very clever, and I would highly recommend getting a copy of it. Beatlemania, 1983. This is a good example of a good game. Simple, arcadey in its nature. More. It's going to get harder now. The walls are sealing again. More creatures on the level. Oh, that was close. Ah! Wasn't thinking that. Oh, I was lucky. Excellent. We're going for it. No! Almost. Another one. Here we go. Forget. Oh, not a door. I just walked into him by mistake. I was looking for a door. But what a good game that is. What a simplistic, fantastically easy game to play. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye now.